Coming up on Middle Tennessee News, tax season will be coming to an end on Wednesday, and early voting is encouraged for the next 15 days.
How one high school student is making changes.
And there's growing concerns on the use of artificial intelligence. We've got team coverage tonight on the uses and impacts of AI.
Good evening and welcome to Middle Tennessee News. I'm Bailey Lowe.
And I'm Noah Sershin, joined by Kendall Davis and Ethan Williams for MTN Weather and Joshua Jackson from the MTN Sports Den. We've got a lot of news to get to tonight, but first we begin with artificial intelligence as it makes its way into the classroom, and one teacher is gaining recognition for it. Our Will Phillips shows us the people who helped put this Rutherford County school on the national spotlight.
And then this was a little AI fun.
Here, Black Box Elementary, a fourth grade teacher is gaining recognition for her use of artificial intelligence within the classroom.
Ashley Barnes has been named a 2026 Presidential AI Challenge winner.
The President's National Artificial Intelligence Challenge invites every student in America.
The honor highlights Barnes' work in AI education and STEM innovation, most notably through her STEAM Compass.
It gives us ideas that we probably wouldn't have come up with on our own, but teachers do spend many hours planning and thinking and brainstorming to get a high quality STEAM project, and the STEAM Compass just makes that a whole lot more easier.
Barnes didn't do it alone. Barnes is a graduate student from MTSU and part of MTSU's LEADS program.
Two of my professors had challenged us with coming up with an AI tool that can solve a problem, and they told us about the Presidential AI Challenge.
Ashley had the idea of, I really like to have an assistant for the teacher to give me the information I need for a lesson to help me teach a better lesson, a more engaged lesson.
Even with the use of AI, Barnes is keeping the focus on fun, hands-on education.
I don't see it ever taking over. Teachers and students' relationship face-to-face is everything to me.
Artificial intelligence continues to become a part of our daily lives, including the way we educate our youth. In Murfreesboro, Will Phillips, Middle Tennessee News.
All right, Will, thanks. And Barnes won the award at the state level and recently completed a Zoom interview showcasing her project as she looked to advance beyond regionals.
We are continuing with our Team AI coverage. We have Carly Lauer and Stones River Greenway telling us what AI is really doing to the environment.
Earth Month is always a good time to think about how wonderful the world is and how it's full of life and beauty. But it's also a time to reflect on all the things that are done by humans that directly harm and affect the possible future of our Earth. A more recent issue has been the usage of AI. AI is very often seen as a useful tool to enhance your ability to get a job done, or maybe a quick way to not do any work. But people don't always take the time to think about the impact their quick question to ChatGPT really has on our world.
But I think most people aren't aware of just how bad this tech is from a resource consumption perspective.
Recently, AI data centers have been popping up all over. There's one in Franklin, Memphis, and Gallatin, Tennessee, and there are more to come. These data centers can use gallons of water a day that oftentimes becomes completely useless after the data center has it.
You have a new consumer of water that consumes as much water as a mid-sized city on a daily basis, and suddenly that water has to come from somewhere.
Many places might not be seeing the full extent of what this usage could cause, but in the near future, they could. There are places that are currently seeing a change in their water pressures and the amount of clean drinkable water they have because of the high usages from these data centers. Some places are even seeing effects on their health because of their changes to their water.
It also affects availability of fresh water for human uses. Obviously, AI is a human use of water. Ultimately water is the most important thing. It's up there with oxygen and food. If you don't have fresh water, you can't live. And so a lot of communities have been impacted by this because the amount of fresh water available in the system has been decreased.
That's all from me. Have a happy Earth Month. Back to you, Bailey.
Thank you so much, Carly. It's very important for us to keep our environment safe. Now, we have Kendall out at the Buc-ee's off Joe B. Jackson Parkway, live with the weather. So what's the weather looking like across Middle Tennessee?
Thanks, guys. I'm out here in Murfreesboro at the future home of the Buc-ee's if you look behind me here, and pretty soon you'll be able to grab those beaver nuggets. But for now, let's talk about the weather. Let's just say fresh sunshine is on the board. Across Rutherford County and surrounding areas, we're looking at a really nice midweek setup. Murfreesboro will see a high right around the low to mid 80s with mostly sunny skies. Manchester and Shelbyville are right there with you, also in the low 80s with plenty of sunshine. If you're heading out toward McMinnville, Smithville, or Woodbury, expect these similar conditions: warm, dry, and just a few passing clouds here and there. And over in Mount Juliet, temperatures stay consistent, topping out in the low to mid 80s under mostly sunny skies. So overall, a beautiful day across Middle Tennessee. No complaints from me right now, but the only thing missing is the brisket. Reporting in Murfreesboro, I'm Kendall Davis. Back to you, Noah Bailey.
Thank you so much, Kendall. After the break, we will have No Assertion with the library board vote update.
Hey, it's Chris Jansen, and you're watching Middle Tennessee News.
Okay, Adam, let's get a quick mic check.
Yeah, sure. Blue Raider Extra Point is live at the Hall of Fame.
Hey, you and Dylan are gonna be on camera too this week, all right?
All right, got it.
Lightning! Hey, Lightning! You can come watch us.
Oh, is that lightning?
Hey, even better, why don't you come join us?
Oh, hey, Lightning, what's up? Better yet, you can take Noah's spot.
The new host of Blue Raider Extra Point, the one, the only Lightning.
We do it. The stars come to Middle Tennessee State University, and students come here to become stars no matter what they pursue. We do it. We're the only college of media and entertainment in the world, just outside the heart of Nashville.
Look, mic check, 1, 2, everybody listen. When you do it like this, ain't no competition. I'm talking B.I.G., VIP. Treat them like a front row seat and make them pay attention. If I shoot for the 3, then I ain't never missing. Cranking up the degrees like I was in the kitchen. Can't lose, got too much to prove. And when you do it all, it get too hard to do it.
Our curriculum and facilities are cutting edge, and our relationships with industry leaders give students an edge over the competition. Check it out. You can get real-world experience with degrees in recording industry, media arts, journalism and strategic media, and more. Media and entertainment at Middle Tennessee State University.
I help people.
I create music. I shape the future.
I am an entrepreneur.
I inspire people with more than words.
I ride forward.
The sky is not my limit.
Find your blue at MTSU.
Hi, I'm Tennis Sandgren, and you're watching MTN Sports.
Oh, you all right? Had it better for me.
Hey, Greg. Thanks for the extra delivery this week.
Welcome back. Well, former Rutherford County Library Director Luann James is speaking out for the first time tonight through her attorneys after her firing. Now, this leaves the board scrambling to find a new director, and some board members I spoke with say that they're pretty frustrated with the way the process is going.
Yes.
It's been 2 weeks since Luann James was fired from her role as director of the Rutherford County Library System after she refused to relocate over 100 books to the adult section containing LGBTQ themes. James's lawyer says she's having a tough time.
She's not doing that well. She's worn out, stressed out, and very concerned about what she's going to do next.
Chuck Mangelsdorf is the attorney representing James. He says the former director moved to Middle Tennessee for that position with the intent to retire here. Now, in hindsight, James doesn't regret her decision.
She doesn't regret her decision at all. She believes that any librarian following their professional ethics and their duty to the patrons of a library would have done the same thing.
During the board's March 31st meeting, concerned community members brought up allegations made against Board Chair Cody York in December. In that December meeting, then Director Luann James said York asked her to gather a list of families who use county libraries.
With all the names of the patrons, their addresses, their zip codes, their barcodes, how many children and how many adults were in each household, what they were checking out. I did not do it.
Now, James and her attorney believe that the firing was in retaliation for not only these allegations, but her refusing to relocate the books. Now, the library system is without a director. And I was able to get my hands on a copy of the library system's policy and bylaws, and in the nearly 10 pages that discuss the roles and function of the board, there's very little that talks about the search process. In the document, it says that the board is responsible for creating job requirements, hiring a director once a national or regional search is conducted. The board also has the power to hire and fire the director. With little guidance on what steps should be taken, it has some board members concerned with the future of the library system.
That would be a great question to have asked before we started this process and had talked about as a board before we fired our director. So I know the policy manual pretty well, and there are some gaps in it, so I don't know what the next few weeks will look like on it.
This hasn't been thoughtfully put into this level. You know, there should have been a lot of discussions.
That's why the executive committee of the library board got together last Monday to talk about hiring an interim director. The board says they don't want the interim to make big changes to the library. The committee ranked possible candidates and narrowed the search down to candidates already employed by the library system, suggesting HR manager David Kusher to the position. Reporting in Murfreesboro, Noah Sershin, Middle Tennessee News. Now, the board says that they will continue to ask each person to step up as the interim director, and if that person says no, then they'll just move on to the next candidate. The board says the interim must also move the books in question to the adult section, and I asked Cody York if he wanted to respond to the allegations that were made against him in those previous board meetings. He declined to comment.
Well, today is going to be one of those last days to get those taxes in. For most individuals, today is the last day to file their federal income tax. If you fail to file by the IRS deadline and not approved for an extension, there are penalties. And the IRS charges interest on those until they are resolved. If you are still hoping to file taxes by today, electronically is the fastest way to file, and returns are typically refunded within 21 days of filing. If you want to file by mail, there is a new postmark rule that requires you to ask for a manual postmark. However, if you are looking for a free option, the IRS free file remains available to individuals who qualify. If you're not available to file on time, the IRS offers ways to get an extension online, in partial payments, electronically request an automatic tax filing extension, and request an extension on via mail. Vast majority of the filings are due the 15th day of the 4th month of the calendar year. Next year's tax date is Thursday, April 15th, 2027.
Rutherford County voters can look forward to hitting the polls soon for early voting as it begins with the primary election. Early voting begins April 15th to replace Sheriff Mike Fitzhugh. Fitzhugh has been holding the position since his appointment in 2017. Now, polling places are open Monday through Thursday until April 30th, and voters are encouraged to bring a federal or state-issued ID with them to the polling location. The machines will be sealed and taken to a safe location on the last day of early voting, and the early voting results will then be tallied after the polls close at 7 o'clock on election night. Election day is on May 5th, and voters can access their local early polling locations on rutherfordcountytn.gov.
Tennessee is home to many unique traditions, but the oldest takes us to the mountains. Middle Tennessee News reporter Mickey Sandlin takes us off the beaten path to find the Rebels Pour.
It's been called Mountain Dew, White Lightning, and the Water of Life.
Whiskey comes from the Irish word ishkabaha or wishkaba, which means the water of life.
But before it was a staple of Appalachian lore, it was a weapon of Irish resistance and the start of the infamous Rebels Pour.
So poitín is kind of like an Irish moonshine made with potatoes. Very, 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 very strong stuff, like 95% proof.
6th century monks brought distillation to Ireland, creating a spirit so central to rural life that farmers started using it as a form of currency.
They didn't want people distilling, and if they were distilling, they wanted them paying tax on it. So it wasn't so much that the drink it was banned, but the idea that the locals would do it would be banned.
Derived from the Irish word shibben, meaning a little mug, these were unlicensed drinking houses hidden in private locations.
The idea of shebeen, for me, it brings up this kind of like romantic idea of like a little small place in rural Ireland where it's cozy and everyone knows everybody and it's hush-hush and it's in the back door.
A shibben was a sanctuary where the rebels' pour was served alongside forbidden culture.
A lot of these shebeens might have been raided by the police, they might have been spread around, they might have been left open.
If authorities approached, the clear liquid was often disguised or buried in the floorboards.
It's a friendly, warm atmosphere where you could be rumbled by the taxman at any moment.
Making poitín was a culture of defiance.
Distilling takes off in parts of the US where a lot of the Irish, or the so-called Scots-Irish, sort of settled basically and brought distilling traditions over with them.
They carried the blueprints for their little pots into the Appalachian Mountains. Finding a landscape that mirrored the rugged hills of home, these settlers adapted.
Poitín can be made of anything, like, you know, some of it was made of potatoes, and everyone kind of associates the Irish with potatoes.
The stills moved deeper into the hollows, and the term moonshiner was born, a direct descendant of the Irishman dodging the crown, now perfecting the rebels' pour in the Tennessee wilderness.
I think it's very close to moonshine as far as I can make out.
After a 336-year ban, Ireland legalized poitín in 1997. In Tennessee, a 2009 law change allowed moonshine to move to the polished shelves of legal distilleries.
There's a lot of guys in Ireland now who are digging up these old recipes and trying to make whiskies out of the way they used to do it 200 years ago.
Whether it's the peat-smoked hills of Donegal or the mist-covered peaks of the Great Smoky Mountains, the story is the same. A spirit born of necessity, preserved by rebellion, and toasted today as a piece of living history. In Ireland, Mickey Sandlin, Off the Beaten Path.
Thank you and welcome back to Middle Tennessee News. And thank you so much for Mickey for bringing us to Ireland and showing us their culture. Kendall is still at Buc-ee's, and let's see what the weather is looking like during the night.
Thanks, guys. Still out here in Murfreesboro at the future Buc-ee's locations right here behind me. And while the gas pumps are not open just yet, and you can't get that brisket, I do have your overnight forecast ready to go. As we head into tonight, things are going to cool down pretty comfortably across the area. Murfreesboro drops into the low 60s with mostly clear skies overnight. Manchester, Shelbyville, and Woodbury follow that same trend, dipping into the low 60s as well. McMinnville and Smithville could be just a touch cooler, possibly slipping into the upper 50s by early Thursday morning. In Mount Juliet, expect a low right around the low 60s with calm, clear conditions. So overall, a quiet and cool night, perfect sleeping weather if I do say so myself. And hey, when Buc-ee's finally does open, maybe we'll be talking about the cleanest forecast in Tennessee. Reporting live in Murfreesboro, I'm Kendall Davis. Back to you at the anchor desk.
Thank you so much, Kendall. After the break, we will check in with Ethan Williams for your Middle Tennessee full 5-day forecast.
Hey, it's Chris Jansen, and you're watching Middle Tennessee News.
Okay, Adam, let's get a quick mic check.
Yeah, sure. Blue Raider Extra Point is live at the Hall of Fame.
Hey, you and Dylan are going to be on camera too this week, all right?
All right, got it.
Lightning. Hey, Lightning, you can come watch us.
Oh, is that lightning?
Hey, even better, why don't you come join us?
Oh, hey, Lightning, what's up?
Better yet, you can take Noah's spot.
The new host of Blue Raider Extra Point, the one, the only Lightning.
We do it. The stars come to Middle Tennessee State University, and students come here to become stars, no matter what they pursue. We do it all. We're the only college of media and entertainment in the world, just outside the heart of Nashville.
Look, mic check, 1, 2, everybody listen. When you do it like this, ain't no competition. I'm talking B.I.G., VIP. Treat them like a front row seat and make them pay attention. If I shoot for the 3, then I ain't never missing. Cranking up the degrees like I was in the kitchen. Can't lose, got too much to prove. And when you do it all, it get too hard to do.
Our curriculum and facilities are cutting edge, and our relationships with industry leaders give students an edge over the competition. Check it out! You can get real-world experience with degrees in recording industry, media arts, journalism and strategic media, and more. Media and entertainment at Middle Tennessee State University.
I help people.
I create music. I shape the future.
I am an entrepreneur.
I inspire people with more than words.
I ride forward. The sky is not my limit.
Find your blue at MTSU.
Hi, I'm Tenna Sandgren, and you're watching MTN Sports.
Oh, you all right? Say hi to Becca for me.
Hey, Greg. Thanks for the extra delivery this week.
Welcome back and into the MTN Weather Center. I'm Ethan Williams as Kendall Davis is on her way back from the Buc-ee's. And get excited because warm weather and sunshine is in your future. Starting us off today in Murfreesboro, temperatures are in the mid-50s with clear and sunny conditions. But earlier today, we did see some light sprinkling. Expect the temperatures to drop down to a calm 60 degrees tonight with clear skies as the day comes to an end. Moving right along into Thursday, we're going to be hitting a high of 82 degrees and mostly sunny. But be on the lookout for potential showers throughout the day. The overnight low for Thursday will be a comfortable 60 degrees. Friday looks to be the best day for any outdoor plans. Expect mostly sunny conditions and a high of 89 degrees. The overnight low will be 66 degrees for Friday. Saturday will be following some of the same trends. The high will remain 89 degrees and mostly sunny conditions. Saturday night will drop to a chilly 48 degrees. And finally, looking at Sunday, the high will be a bit cooler than the rest of the week at a solid 67 degrees. It also looks like there's a 32% chance of thunderstorms throughout Sunday, and the Sunday overnight low will reach 48 degrees. A rocking rebrand, a new collection is making its way to the Center for Popular Music's archive here at MTSU. With more on the center's new edition, reporter John Harris.
On the campus of Middle Tennessee State University, tucked away in the John Bragg Building, sits the Center of Popular Music. Founded in 1985, the center has undertaken multiple research projects, amassing an archive of over 1 million items integral to music history. Their next project, though, might just be their largest. Containing over 60,000 vinyl records, images, and other documents, the world's largest punk rock record collection now calls Murfreesboro home. And it has some students very interested.
Well, it was really cool. I think I heard about it probably a couple semesters ago. It was really cool that they finally got it and stuff, which is really good.
I personally think it'll be a welcome addition. The Center of Popular Music is a pretty diverse selection in general. And I think I actually got a punk magazine from them a few years ago.
The collection itself started over 2,000 miles west in Oakland, California, originally calling the Maximum Rock and Roll headquarters its home. The archive would remain in the Bay for over 40 years before tragedy would strike in 2019. During the summer of 2019, Maximum Rock and Roll would shutter its headquarters, resulting in the archive being moved into storage, where they would reside for the next 6 years. A tentative opening date for the center's new punk archive has not been revealed yet, but as the story continues to evolve, Middle Tennessee News will have more to share. In Murfreesboro, John Harris, Middle Tennessee News.
Thank you, John. The archivists at the Center for Popular Music are still hard at work unpacking the massive record collection, with over 60,000 vinyl records to go through. This will be a massive undertaking for them.
All right, well, thank you, John. Well, one mid-state high school senior has an offer to play baseball at a big school. We'll talk with him after the break. Stay with us.
Hey, it's Chris Jansen, and you're watching Middle Tennessee News.
Okay, Adam, let's get a quick mic check.
Yeah, sure. Blue Raider Extra Point is live at the Hall of Fame.
Hey, you and Dylan are gonna be on camera 2 this week, all right?
All right, got it.
Lightning. Hey, Lightning, you can come watch us.
Oh, is that lightning?
Hey, even better, why don't you come join us?
Oh, hey, Lightning, what's up?
Better yet, you can take Noah's spot.
The new host of Blue Raider Extra Point, the one, the only Lightning.
We do it. The stars come to Middle Tennessee State University, and students come here to become stars, no matter what they pursue. We do it all. We're the only college of media and entertainment in the world, just outside the heart of Nashville.
Mic check 1 2, everybody listen. When you do it like this, ain't no competition. I'm talking BIG, VIP. Treat them like a front row seat and make them pay attention. If I shoot for the 3, then I ain't never missing. Cranking up the degrees like I was in the kitchen. Can't lose, got too much to prove. And when you do it all, it get too hard to do it.
Our curriculum and facilities are cutting edge, and our relationships with industry leaders give students an edge over the competition. Check it out. You can get real-world experience with degrees in recording industry, media arts, journalism and strategic media, and more. Media and entertainment at Middle Tennessee State University.
I help people.
I create music.
I shape the future.
I am an entrepreneur.
I inspire people with more than words.
I ride forward. The sky is not my limit.
Find your blue at MTSU.
Hi, I'm Tennis Sandgren, and you're watching MTN Sports.
Oh, you all right? Say hi to Becca for me.
Hey, Greg. Thanks for the extra delivery this week.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the MTN Sports Den. I'm Joshua Jackson. Pearson brings us to Middle Tennessee Christian School where one student is in the spotlight.
It's another Wednesday practice after a district series for Middle Tennessee Christian baseball. But there is one player who, well, makes a lot of noise across the ballpark. That player is Caden King, a senior who is one of the biggest high school prospects in Tennessee and a Texas A&M commit who reaches up to 90 miles per hour with the fastball.
But it's here at Joe Barron Field, as it says on the scoreboard behind me, where Mr. Caden King really established himself as a top prospect.
But King demonstrates why this development led him to choose Texas A&M.
So I think Michael really does a great job with the whole recruiting process. You know, the atmosphere was great down in College Station. I feel like, you know, they welcomed me. The fans there are electric. You know, the 12th man's legit.
But it's his head coach, Brennan King, who is also his father and a former professional player, that can tell you what really makes him stand out to teams like the Aggies.
He's very projectable. I mean, you know, 6'5", you can't hide size, and you know, he does a pretty good job on the mound. Locates 3 pitches for strikes. You know, he's in the zone most of the time.
Don't think pro scouts haven't noticed. Multiple MLB scouts have shown King that there are possibilities of pro ball after high school.
I definitely would consider a pro ball. You know, if the opportunity comes, if God allows it to happen, you know, I put all my trust in him.
But even with all the attention, he understands the example he wants to leave on his current team.
Set an example for the younger guys, showing them how to, you know, work hard, pick up your guys when they're down, you know, having a modest tone, not getting too high, not getting too low.
From Murfreesboro, Pearson Ham, MTN Sports.
Thanks, Pearson, and we'll be keeping an eye out for him. A former Lady Raider guard has declared for the draft. Tamia Scott announced on her Instagram that she is declaring for the WNBA draft. Scott spent her last season playing at the University of Alabama. There she averaged 9 points per game as well as 3 rebounds and 1 assist, shooting 43% from the field. During her 3-year tenure here at MTSU, Scott averaged 10 points per game as well as 4 rebounds and 1 assist off 44% shooting.
Thank you so much for joining us at Middle Tennessee News. I'm Bailey Lowe, joined by Joshua Jackson, Noah Sershin, Kendall Davis, and Ethan Williams. And if you missed this or any show, you can watch them on our website as well as our special edition packages and entertainment pieces.
And make sure you follow us on all of our social media sites on Middle Tennessee News or at Middle TN News on Twitter, Middle Tennessee News on Instagram. We'll see you for our final show of the semester. Bye, y'all.